no trip to Portugal is going to stop me making these videos, of course. So here is the second part in this series, and I'll see you at the end, probably when I'm in Portugal. This is live from the airport. Enjoy. This was in a very dodgy spot to pick up. I wonder if I should have been there, but hey, I got it, and let's see what it does. It's a Pioneer PL12 Mark II. I don't actually know what the difference is with the Mark I. Not much, that's for sure. And it's actually not in bad shape. It's very dirty, especially the cover. I think if you give this a quick wipe, it's already looking a lot better. Oh wow, you can actually see through it! It's incredible! Anyway, needs a polish obviously. But yeah, this PL12D2 has its mat upside down, but it is the original mat. It has a belt, but I think, well, it has fallen off. I wonder if it's worn. It feels pretty dry. Oof. That's too tight. Doesn't matter, we can test it with it and then it's going in the, probably the bin, because I don't think it's in great shape anymore. Does the platter still spin actually? Oh yeah, it does. It's not stuck. Wow. This may just work, to be honest. I bought it together with an Akai that we'll also get to. Way too stiff, that belt. Runs. These are just great, aren't they? Lift works. It has a stylus. I fully expect this to just work. Let's get a record. Starts with Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. That's good. Yep, there's nothing wrong with this. Not a lot of play on the arm. Let's see if the anti-skate works. Sometimes a little spring gets behind the trigger that it needs to trigger, and then you just put it back. Happens when you pull the arm too far backwards. Easy fix, obviously. Oh no, but it works. Well, this is perfect. It just needs a very, very good clean. Nice. I arranged an amplifier for one of my friend's girlfriends because she had one of those monster, modern, blue LED horrible things by Harman Kardon. And I gave her a really nice, well, I was supposed to sell her a really nice Pioneer. But then her dad heard about it and he was like, oh, I still have this record player and this record player and you can have those. And I was like, you're not paying for the Pioneer because the record players you'll see are worth it. They may be broken, but they're still worth it. And then when I gone and picked it up, there was way more like that music hall CD player and this little Denon all-in-one system, which is definitely also going to be broken because I assume all of this is going to be broken. But I really like these. Now usually with these the amp works and the CD player is dead. And it's rarely a simple fix. So this is probably not going to end well, but I do want to test it because I really appreciate these little things. They are just practical. They're all you really need if you're not into high-end stuff. It says hello. I'm not sure why it needs to do that, but that's what it does. It says CD. Does it open? Well, that definitely has not been cleaned, so that's, if it doesn't read, a good sign. I don't think it's even trying. It's not even trying. Considering the fact that the drawer is full of dust, I think there's a reasonable chance that it just needs a clean. It's also very dirty on the outside. Not looking a gift horse in the mouth, by the way. I am really grateful, even if I can't fix it, it's still fun to play with. But I'm just informing you guys on what I'm doing here. So let's open it up and let's see if the laser is dirty, and if it is, if cleaning it fixes the issue. Oh my goodness, where have you been? I just vacuumed, but I cannot leave it like this. There's two little screws, and I think if I take these out, I can take this top part off. Surprisingly, the lens is not that dirty. I'm a bit baffled by that. It's quite a nicely built thing, actually. It looks pretty serious, probably because it is. They actually made a lot of these things in the 90s, and they were generally pretty good. Onki also made some really decent ones. Let's see. Ah, it's spinning. It's not happy. Definitely not happy. But it is reading. Will it play actually? I'd be very surprised. Oh my god, that volume knob is completely stuck and not responding. Yeah, well. Oh! 32, okay. Oh, you're back at 34 again, okay. 31, yes, yes, yes. 30, 32. 24, okay. I think that's the lowest we had so far, right? Not sure. 22. 21, 19. Okay, let's try the radio. FM. Hey!
De verrassing dat ze bij hem kwamen afgelopen zomer. En als fotograaf is het altijd leuk om je neus in iets een andere manier weer te geven. Ja. Dus het was een hele goede uitdaging. Maar kijk,
I wouldn't be surprised if with enough exercise this thing just starts working. Well, I'm gonna give this a good clean someday. It actually sounds pretty okay, so it's a bit of a pity to give up on it, but it's seen things. Also, yes, I gave it a clean. Look, it's all shiny again. Not on the inside so much, but the outside looks decent now. I like this thing, I really do. Also, props to this broken cable. They did it for a very long time. These are actually, they don't sound great. They're DAP cables. It's a cheap Dutch brand, or sometimes they're called HQ Power. But they last. So it was a good cable for many years. So it may rest in the trash, actually. Another one of these. Let me actually put you down a bit. Maybe I should have done that before, but there we are. It's a Pioneer PL15 that was shipped really badly, and it did make it in one piece except for the dust cover, which has a crack. It works though. I mean, the dust cover works. I don't know if the record player works yet. I like these a lot. The PL15 is like the PL12, but with automatic return. And they're that reliable, actually. They obviously need a little bit of love after all these years. This was sold as working perfectly, but I could already tell from the photos that it wouldn't be, because these have a little rubber thing on the lift that always deteriorates, and it's deteriorated, so the lift is now not touching the arm. Some time ago I had an issue with one of these skipping. Turns out I put slightly too thick rubber on the lift, and yeah, it was rubbing, and it just kept skipping backwards. That was a bit stupid. Took me way too long to find out. We're not running. Where is the belt? The belt is around the platter. Oh, that's extremely tight. Oh my goodness. This is not good. Poor thing. What have they done to you? Obviously it needs new foam, but it's running both speeds. That belt is going off real quick. I'm a bit confused about the... Oh, the lift is working. They just put it up so far that it still sort of touches, but what? No, they put something in between. That's not how to do that. You just put little... Oh, anyway. So I can't really raise the arm very far. I appreciate their creativity. Let's see if we get Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young then, because that's in the end what this is all about. Down we go. Way. Okay, does the auto return work though? It does not. Manual return does work, so let's try again, because sometimes it figures its stuff out after one try. There we are. Okay, so it's fully functional except for the lift that is, well, they got creative, but that's not how to do it. So I'm gonna remove whatever they put in between the lift and the thing that pushes the lift up, and I'm gonna readjust it and put a little rubber on it, because this is also a bit too slidey. It's actually not as bad as I thought, but I don't like that you can't raise the arm properly. That being said, there's quite a lot of room to wiggle, so I could actually just readjust it. Maybe I'll run with this option. So yeah, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just way too tight of a belt, and a lift that has been creatively modified. Also, there's supposed to be a silver disc on this, just optical, but it's gone, and that's fine. Here's another thing I got from my friend's girlfriend's dad. We already know what's wrong with this one. Two things. The power switch. It's continuously on, that's good. Oh, and that's probably all. because the belt is obviously gone, but apparently the controls are working, which is not a given with these. Is this belt still usable for the test, or is it just too far gone? Let's see. I think it's quite far gone. I'm just happy it's not one sticky mess. Oh no, maybe it is. Wait. It's very loose, but I think it should still spin. Let's see. There we are, 33. Is the speed correct? It has a pitch control. That works, good. These are very reliable pitch control pods. They never have any issues. And 45. So all that is wrong is the power switch. And they sort of stuck it down, so at least it's working. But of course it should be, it cannot not be turned off. Not bad. Does it have a stylus? By the feel of it, it does. We're going to need an adapter because this is a Denon record player, but I have one plugged in. And then we should, with a bit of luck. That's very quiet. That's a bit weird. Let's see. Or is it muting? Oh. Okay. Oh, it's the cable's broken. Okay, cool. But both channels work with a bit of, there we are. Sort of, maybe. Well, both channels work. Is this one with auto shut off? I think it is. Honestly, power switch. That's it. Oh yeah, and the cable. Yeah, so we should probably just make it, look, it's really messed up. Not sure if you can see, I can't, wait, let me keep it closer to you. Let me focus on my hands. There you go. It's all messed up, but so it needs a new cable, it needs a new power switch, and then this is fine. That's actually a nice surprise. I expected this to need more work. Oh, it's a 312, so yeah, it is the auto shut-off model. That's cool. Also from my friend's girlfriend's dad. This is a bit of a weird one. It's a dual 626, which is pretty much a 606, which then again is a direct drive 505, that they put this enclosure around that holds the full automatic controls. So it's just a manual player with automatics added. They already put some new plugs on it. I'm not sure if they're working now, but we're about to find out. Doesn't this have a ground? Doesn't seem to. I have no buzz. I have very faint sound on one channel, but I do think this one has muting circuitry that may be iffy. What these usually have is a broken pitch belt, which I have, and they tend to smoke when you let them play for a bit longer because of a spark killer. Let's see. The pitch belt works. Oh my god, miracles do happen. Okay, we have one very quiet channel. Another quiet channel. Other than it being very quiet. Oh, I can't get it to 45. What's that? Oh, very heavy. Okay. But it works. Okay. So, other than it being very quiet, it does seem to work. Could be the muting. Let's see if the automatic start works. Because it has a Steuerpimpel! And they do tend to break. This one, oh, I see the issue. Stylus wasn't in there correctly. Yeah, the Steuerpimpel is broken. So there's now something trying to drag the arm, but it's not dragging. Easy fix. Shitty work, but easy fix. We got our full level now though. Same issue with going back. It's not getting to drag the arm, but that's all that's wrong with it really. So just the Steuerpimpel. And the automatic return does kick in, it just can't drag the arm back. This should be a 20-minute job and it should be good. Actually really nice. These are beautiful record players to look at with a brown aluminium, and other than that issue, they are pretty reliable, and this is a bit lucky. I do have these belts, but they're actually really expensive, so I try to not use them if I don't need to. This is very heavy, but I feel like it just needs a little greasing. Honestly. I expected everything to be really broken from this pile, but it's really not bad. I should buy this guy some nice whiskey or whatever. Awesome. Does lift work? Because it also has an electronic lift. Yeah, look how that controls this. It's just a weird player, this. So for this one I need jack adapters, and I usually buy these that are like $1.50 each, and they're fine, but I was all out of them, so I was just unplugging them from my mixing console. And then I found I also had two of these that look fine, but then one of them did this. And I heard something fall, so I think it didn't end up in my console, which is nice. This one still seems okay, but that one obviously fell apart, so great. It's just a design element, so it wouldn't be the biggest of deals, but cheap jack adapters are just a bad idea. Either way, we have 4 that should work. We're going to plug in this one, which is an Akai X-165D. These are so reliable. All they usually need, because of course they're old, is a capacitor for the motor and a good clean, and that's it. They're much more reliable than the later machines. That being said, Alexander worked on this one, and also definitely need to clean. Look at that. And he said it had a vibration that he said these tend to have. I've never really had that except for once with these, but let's see if we can hear it. And he's like, yeah, you see if you can live with it or not. This one definitely had some work, because I don't think those are the original clamps. It looks like it had a bit of a life. Good sounding machines though. Really good sounding machines. That crossfield system honestly was a good idea. Much better than their GX heads later. I never was a big fan of those. It had the new capacitor. Or maybe it didn't. It works though. I think it didn't have a new capacitor, otherwise it would whine better. Let's see if we can get some sound from this one. Pâté de foie, take it away. Seems fine. Seems really fine actually. I don't really hear what he's on about with the vibration. Maybe it's with certain music. I'm gonna just record our royalty-free jazz, because that has piano and such, and we should be able to hear some vibrations happening. Now this is a 3-speed machine, even though this switch only gives you low and high, because much like with the other Akai, you can take the little sleeve of the capstan. So we're going to try all 3 speeds. Okay, here we go then. We'll start with the medium speed. There we are. Okay, then the highest speed. Highest speed. These machines do not like modern tapes. It sounds a bit hissy, as you may be able to hear. It's really not made for this kind of tape. It's made for a much older tape type. So if it sounds a bit weird and bright and hissy, you're probably using a tape that is too high bias for this kind of machine. Just use it with an old tape. And now we go to the lowest speed, which is going to sound interesting. That's honestly not too bad. Impressive. I do like these machines. I think they are one of Akai's best affordable, well, in general, best reel-to-reels. X150, X165, X200, the X5 also, if you can find one. Actually really nice little machines. This one needs a clean, but other than that, works flawlessly. It should probably have had a new motor capacitor, because it doesn't whine that well, but it does the job, and it's gonna work for quite a few more years, so I'm not too worried. I'm curious if I can get this off though. With these you have to be careful with the text. Sometimes it falls off, sometimes it doesn't, so I'm gonna try first with the Hertz thingy, because if that falls off, it's the least important one. It does seem to be able to handle it well, and as you can see, it is cleaning up very nicely. Should have done a before image. I didn't. So I'm just going to go ham now. I'm going to give this a proper clean, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. By the way, in case you wonder how I clean these, I actually just spray kitchen cleaner on them. And I go ham with a brush, like so. Of course it's unplugged. And that just removes all the grime and the grease. But first check, especially with old Japanese devices from the 60s, 70s, early 80s that are silver metal with black text, check if your kitchen cleaner doesn't ruin the decals, because it tends to do that. And then you just go microfiber on it. And then it cleans up beautifully. It works so well. And then afterwards you go over it with some glass cleaner, because this always leaves a bit of a layer, that kitchen cleaner stuff. And then after that you get some slightly soapy water. This is literally water with 2 drops of washing up liquid. And then you polish it up with a dry microfiber cloth, and then it looks gorgeous. And this one is going to look great, actually. I thought it was damaged with the black circles around the wheels, but no, that was just dirt, as it turns out. Look at this. You even still recognize it. It's so shiny. It cleaned up really well. It's actually in gorgeous shape now. I didn't realize how pretty it would get. Dust cover still needs a polish, but it's not in bad shape as it is. It could just be even a little better, but it's quite a rare nick, this one. Makes me happy. Guess we just got a window seat. They had to move people to the front of the plane because the weight balance was a bit off. So yeah, I went from a center seat to a window seat. I think a row for myself even, so. And from the clouds, I wish you a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next one.